Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Microbiology. Microbiology is a branch of science that deals with study of microscopic forms of life. And these microscopic forms of life are nothing but microorganisms. So these microorganisms are present everywhere in nature, in air, water, soil, even on surface of plants, animals, as well as on the human beings. So, microbiology is concerned with microorganisms, and these microorganisms, that is its details, that is structure of microorganism, its classification, as well as its distribution in nature, further with reproduction, that is whether it is sexual reproduction or asexual reproduction, and the way of metabolism and the influence of these microorganisms on plants, animals, and human beings. So here we are going to study in details about microorganisms. These microorganisms are present everywhere in nature. The size of these microorganisms is less than 0.1 mm, and they are not visible to our naked eyes. They require microscope. Further, let's study some characteristics of these microorganisms. The first one is these microorganisms are small in size, that is they are less than 0.1 mm in size. They are not visible to our naked eyes, that is we require a microscope for its visibility. Further, it may be multicellular or it may be unicellular. It may be made up of a single cell or many cells. Then the fourth one is they may be prokaryotic in nature or it may be eukaryotic. It depends from microorganism to microorganisms. Further, it may be motile or non-motile in nature, that is they may move from one place to another or they may be stable at one place. Now further we will be studying in details of these microorganisms. These microorganisms are mainly divided into 5 groups, that is algae, bacteria, third one is fungi. The fungi group is further divided into yeast and molds, and the fourth group is protozoa, and the last one is viruses. So let's study all these groups one by one. The first one is protozoa. Protozoa are unicellular in nature as well as they are eukaryotic in nature. That is they are made up of a single cell, and the next one is they are parasitic or they may be saprophytic in nature, that is they may depend on dead and decaying matter or they may just survive in the cells. The third one is the size range is 10 to 15 micrometer, as well as they are aquatic in nature, that is they live in aqueous environments. The next one is they may be motile, and the motility is due to flagella, cilia, and pseudopodia. So the next point is these protozoa absorb their food by the help of cell membrane by the mechanism of phagocytosis. So the food absorption is due to phagocytosis. And the next one is some of the protozoa are parasitic in nature as well as they are pathogenic in nature, that is they may survive in the cell as well as they can cause disease to that cell. The reproduction is carried out by the sexually as well as a sexual mode of reproduction, and the examples of protozoa are amoeba, paramecium, and Euglena. Euglena. So the second group is algae. Algae are eukaryotic in nature, as well as they may be unicellular or they may be multicellular in nature. That is, they may be made up of a single cell or made up of many cells. The size ranges from 1 mm to several feet. And the third point is, these algae have autotrophic mode of nutrition, that is, they synthesize their own food. And the next point is, they may be motile or non-motile in nature. Further, these algae can reproduce sexually as well as asexually, and they in nature they are present in moist places such as moist soil or aquatic environments like water. And the examples of algae are chlorophyta, rhodophyta, phaeophyta and cyanophyta. So these are the details of algae. The third group is fungus. In the group of fungus, the fungus cells are eukaryotic in nature. They may be autotrophic or heterotrophic in nature, that is, they may synthesize their own food or they depend on others for their food. Next, they may be unicellular. The unicellular fungus are called as yeast, and the multicellular fungus are called as molds. And the next point is, the fungus cells are saprophytic or parasitic in nature. That is, the next one is, the fungus cell contains septate as well as non-septate mycelium. This is the important character of the fungus. This character is used for differentiation of fungus cells also. And the spores of fungus are present on moist places. They may be present in air, soil as well as dust. So these are the details of fungus, and the examples of fungus are mucor, aspergillus, and the next group is bacteria. So bacteria are prokaryotic, unicellular, that is, they are made up of a single cell. The size of bacteria range from 1 to 2 micrometer. It may vary in its shape. The shapes may be cocci shape, rod shape or spiral shape. And further, these bacteria may be motile or non-motile in nature. The next point is, bacteria have defined cell wall, and on the basis of the cell wall, the bacteria are divided into gram positive as well as gram negative in nature. This is the important character used for classification of bacteria. And the next point is, the bacteria are autotrophic in nature or they may be heterotrophic in nature. Further, these bacteria may be pathogenic in nature, that is, they can cause disease to the other living forms. As well as, the examples of these bacteria are Staphylococcus aureus. The next one is Escherichia coli, that is E. coli. The third is Streptococcus, and the fourth is Bacillus. And the last group is of viruses. These viruses are ultra microscopic in nature, that is, they require a electron microscope for its visibility. And further, These viruses are obligate intracellular parasite, that is they live inside the cells, and the size range is less than 0.2 mm. Further, these viruses have genetic material, that is protein coat, and these viruses lack cellular components, that is these viruses depends on the host for its multiplication. Further, these viruses genetic material is RNA or DNA, that is ribose nucleic acid and deoxyribose nucleic acid. These viruses multiply inside the host body, and the example of these viruses are herpes virus, HIV virus and TMV virus. So for more details, please go through my website www.generalmicroscience.com, and thank you for watching my video.